Hello and welcome. You are here for one of three reasons. One, you're curious. Two, you just suffered a emotional blow because you just had a breakup with someone you really care about. Okay? And number three, you had a while back a breakup and you haven't actually recovered fully from it. You're sort of like still keeping a distance to other people and you're not there yet. Okay? Now, there is a danger in having suffered a breakup and you just lost some energy and you put a distance to other people and so on. You don't let them get too close and you might get into a habit of not letting them get close, which is completely natural. Now, you could have this situation going on for quite a while. You might think this is completely natural. Nature, time will heal everything and so on. It doesn't really, it's not actually true. What time does is sort of it capsules in the pain. So you have this wall around it and you're here and here's the pain and you keep your distance to it. And you also keep a distance to everything which reminds you of this pain here, right? So there is a change. You will actually, you might come into a state where you never know everything about relationships in a sense, but you simply do not have the ability to get close to people because you sort of like say, I know it all, but I mostly importantly know that it's not for me. I want to keep my distance here. Now, there is some danger in that because it can grow to be a habit. And you might also think that the natural thing right now is to after you suffered a breakdown, sorry, not a breakdown, but you can have a breakdown after having a breakup. But you might think that the natural thing for me now is to put my feet up and watch a lot of Netflix series and pull the plug and not really let other people get close to me for a while, and that's the way to do it. But we could actually speed up your recovery, let's call it that, quite fast. And it will be things which will feel and be natural for you. You know, it's not, I'm not trying to put you into a process where I'm going to pressurize you to do stuff you don't want to do. Okay? But the first step, I have 6 steps I need to get you through. And one can be taken already now. Within the next few minutes, you might get to that completion of that very first step. And it's basically commitment to change. If you don't commit yourself to change, if you don't do something active, if you don't press that button below and say, yes, I want to do it. I want to put some effort towards this and see where it takes me. I want to test it out, see if there is a way where this can resolve in a I've had it. Now I want, in a sense, my life back, and let's see if I can get it. I'm willing to try something here. Okay, if we can get you to do that, then that's actually the completion of the very first step. We have a commitment to change. Now, what's next? Next is to break the fixed attention you have on this person. Because you might be in a state where you, well, it can be to the degree of that you can't even go out to the fridge and open there's a sausage and oh my God, we used to really enjoy that kind of sausage, and you might go into the living room and there's something else reminding you, and everything is basically reminding you of the relationship you had with this person, which you don't have anymore. And it's painful. And it's all over the place. And it's all the time and so on. And you can't put your attention on anything else. it sort of like creeps up on you and launches at you all the time. And this is the first thing which we will address, breaking this fixed attention. You might wonder, how are we going to do that? Well, use that curiosity to make this commitment to change and sign up for the HeartCure program. You only sign up for the first step because that's all you can do. Because you and I need to work out if this is working out. Yeah, I know that can help you, but you don't know that. So first step here is to basically establish a before and after of this first step. Did we succeed in breaking up the fixed attention? If we did, let's move on, because I'm on the right track now. And what is the next point? Well, let's just take them in headlines, because we might not be working together, so we don't need to know more than headlines. Now, for now at least, okay? Number 2 on this real program. Number 0 is basically the commitment to make a change. Very important point, and we can do that right now. And number 1 is breaking the fixed attention. And then comes number 2, which is emotional release. You got a lot of emotion wrapped up in this thing here, and we need to somehow vent them and get this emotion to blow out without it hurting you or hurting someone else or whatever. We need to sort of like have an emotional release. That's number 2. Okay? And after we've done that, well, there's a reason for why it went wrong. And it can be difficult to see for you. Because it's basically the question of, how do I see the glass in my glasses? How do I see the glass which I'm viewing the world through? Very difficult. But that is step number 3. It's a sort of like educational, practical step. It's very interesting. And you'll be able to see the glass in the glasses. Okay? Now, when we've done that, we need to get to step number 4, which is basically, we need to look at your confidence. And I'm not talking about how you appear on the surface, but your confidence in yourself. And it could be a fast step, or it can be a little bit more involving step. We don't know yet. And then we get to the final step of the HeartCure program, which is basically reaching out. Now, reaching out can be something enforced, where you really force yourself to do it and so on, and it's not going to be very successful. We need to get you to a state where you'll be reaching out naturally. And there's a bit of work there, maybe. Let's see. Okay? So that's a brief introduction to the HeartCure program. But we don't get there unless you take that first step and you make a commitment to change. And all I need you to do is to sign up for the first step. Okay? And the first step has that milestone. What is it we want to achieve? We want to break the fixed attention. Okay? And that is what you're committing to working with. And that is what we're going to measure a result on. And then you're going to take a decision if you want to continue and take the last 4 steps. And life will continue from there. Okay? Now be brave, do right, and make that commitment. And make it now.